All right. Hello and welcome to another NGS matchup. It's the Division C semi-final matchup. It's Frank's Furters going up against Xul Gin Distillery. Second seed, third seed. I switched up the colors on the top there just so you guys could see it, but Frank's is going to be on the left, Xul Gin on the right. It will be right in-game, just a heads up. Blue team and red team are correct colors. Sorry about that. I'm going to get a different background. But welcome, everybody. Hope everyone had a good day. It snowed here. I am looking... The stream looks a little bit squishy. I'm going to try and figure out what's going on with that. But in the meantime, we're just waiting for lobbies to come up. We'll go ahead and we'll talk about what happened. Frank's Furters is second seed, so they got the first pick or map pick they chose. First pick. So Xul Gin Distillery banned Towers of Doom first. So Towers out. No go. In retaliation to that, Sky Temple was banned by Frank's Furters. So no Sky Temple. We didn't want to do Sky Temple anyway, so there it is. It's for Xul Jin's second map ban. It looks like it was Garden of Terror. So kind of big maps, comeback maps gone, right? Last map ban actually for Frank's Furters though was Battlefield of Eternity. So no BOE on that one. Very snowbally if you can get that map, depending on if you raise or win, stuff like that. First pick though is going to go over to Xul Gin Distillery, and they actually chose Alterac Pass. So red map is going to be the Alterac Pass. So game one, Alterac. We're just we're waiting for lobby. I think just popped. We're jumping on in. And again, welcome. NGS matchup, semi-final, Division C, best of 5. Frank's Furters taking on Xul Gin Distillery. We'll be jumping in here pretty quickly. So these teams, I don't know if you guys have seen Division C. It was actually really close. I'm going to applaud the NGS admins this season. I think they did really, really well, making sure that all the divisions have been competitive. It looks like it was in this division. Everybody seems really, really close at the top. So even like top 5, we're probably within, about maybe 10 points or so of each other. But a lot of them made it pretty far and are still in. So, it's rather interesting. And it looks really good. It looks like it's going to be a really good matchup tonight. So we're going to let them know we're ready, but everybody's here in lobby for game one. And we're going to jump right on in. Just waiting on one more team. I've seen some of these players before as well. Definitely some good players on these teams here. Alright. Looks like we are starting up, so let's go ahead and let's jump over to draft really quick. Oh. Alright, so as promised, Frank's Furters on the left, Xul Gin Distillery on the right, blue and red. Stukov coming out in the band first. And here we go. Game one starts, everybody. Let's go, XGD. The placement team hit it out of the park, IMO. B East mega close too. Yeah, I saw B East mega close. We're in B West as the probes, right? And I think the same thing. They did really, really well in B West too. Band's coming out super fast. Falstad band, Tychus band, Johanna band. Of course, you can't let Johanna through. That's a bad let if we needed to, but we're good. It's out of there. First pick is the Jimmy Raynor. Loving the skin. Boggs picking up Raynor on the first pick on Alterac. I wonder what it is to be, a Raynor first pick. What is the plan with that? Next 2 picks coming out for Xul Gin. Murden and the Vala. Vala is up. Vala very dangerous, depending on what the build's going to be too. Big AA. Q build on this map's not terrible. W build can also help with delays and stuff like that too. So we'll see what build the Vala's going to go. Murden, I'm assuming, is probably going to take a 3rd win build or something like that, to that effect. Blaze picked up. I think Blaze is broken. So good pickup there. Next pick is going to be the Deckard. Matching up the skins with the Raynor, I'd say give Blaze an army skin. Let's do it. In 2024, Frank's Furters will win because they have the funnier name. I see. Called in chat there. Raynor first pick is definitely one of the best moves of all time. We are going to find out for sure if that Raynor is just, what it is, and we need to see what's up. Aspect ratio looking weird. Some resolution. Yeah, I got an ultra-wide monitor, and we were trying to make it fit. So it is a resolution issue on my side. I'm sorry, guys, I couldn't get it resolved before the match started, so it's going to be a little squishy, but you guys are going to see a lot, so my apologies on that. ETC coming out as the last ban. And Brightwing also getting banned out. Both have global potential. Brightwing maybe more so. Maybe the ETC, but it looks like they're choking out tank picks because they think the Blaze is going to be off-laning. Ultra-wide gang, let's go. Yeah, sorry again, guys. Li Ming and Malthael. Picked up on the after the ban phase. No. It's totally on me. So as I said, we will get that fixed, but for the time being, we might just have to cross your eyes a little bit. You know what I mean? That's okay. No worries. Dahaka and Anubarak picked up. I like the skin on the Dahaka. That looked cool. I'm ready for this. Let's see. Frank's Furters. Kind of showing a hyper carry Raynor comp on the Alterac pass. I wonder if it's going to be like off lane Raynor. Do you think it's off lane Raynor? That'd be intense. Last pick for Xul Gin Distillery. The Lucio. Very mobile. High five's going to be good. It's going to be good to get him out of everything that's on the other side. There's so much CC on the side of Frank's Furters. So much CC. I think there's a lot of kill potential on the side of Xul Gin Distillery. They just need to get a good engage, and I think they need to get a good stun from the Murden. So the Murden looks like it's going to be one of the only engages. Otherwise, they're just going to try and poke out their opponents. Unfortunately, with Xul Gin Distillery's comp, I don't know if they actually stop. I don't know if they can stop Frank's Furters from just walking in and taking what they want. It's going to be dangerous until late game. All right. So on the left side, we have Frank's Furters. We got Dallying Pig on the Anubarak. We got Magic Master on the Blaze. Boggs on the Raynor. Indecisive on the Deckard. And DJ Cold Cuts on Dahaka. On the right-hand side, we're going to have Xul Gin Distillery. Nutcracker on the Malthael. Lead on the Lucio. The Fresh on, I believe that's the Vala. Ankle Shot on the Li Ming. And DeWitt on the Murden. Alright, here we go. Game 1, everybody. We meet in the middle, but not at the middle. We're going to fight down here at the bottom. I'm loving it. Trading a bit of autos. Trading a bit of cooldowns. Waves are going to hit. Alright. Taking a little bit of damage from them. They are beefy. Rotations are going to come out first. Offlanes are going to be offlane, and Malthael, I think, has a bit of an advantage here against the Dahaka, so this should be an interesting matchup. Storm Sword, I know in chat, has some experience with this, so maybe he can enlighten us on how that matchup might go, but we'll keep an eye on that. Vala rotating up into the Dahaka as two are going to take the camp on the side of Xul Gin Distillery, so camp cleared going first to Xul Gin's Distillery. Murden staying mid to soak up a little bit. Bottom's in a little bit of trouble. Anubrak diving in on the Li Ming catches her. Blaze also hitting that. Li Ming getting really, really low, but able to walk out of that. That was close. Camp's going through for Frank's Furters. Level 3 obtained first. Li Ming getting dove again, but Lucio's there this time to heal her up a little bit, and she throws some cooldowns back. Some push is going to come out towards the middle. Yep. Vala taking a lot of damage. Camp's going to get cleared, and Frank's Furter's going to have a bit of an advantage with this push, and the next wave's going to come through too. Rotations are going to come out. Blaze is going to stop them or slow them down. Malthael and Dahaka still up atop. It's a slow rotate for Dahaka on this map. He's not going to have fun soaking versus the Malthael. I totally agree. He's just going to take a ton of damage. Alright, tanks, trades, stuns. Good job. Raynor getting a lot of damage out, though. Level 4s come out. We'll take a look at some talents. Vala going W build. Dahaka. And well, we'll see if Li Ming goes Orb or not. I don't think she does. I think she goes, well, Orb actually is pretty good into a bunch of them, so. Li Ming having to soak by herself. 1-3-1 is really hard on the side of Xul Gin Distillery's comp. Like, this is rough. It's giving Frank's Furters just room to move wherever they want. Camp's going to get taken, though. And this is pretty good timing for them. This is why you want to do it on cooldown. This is a little bit late. This is now coming up, and they're going to have to defend point while this is going to push the entire time, too. Malthael has been holding top the entire time as well. Li Ming is going to stay bottom, so Frank's Furters has an opportunity here to kind of move in. And this is what I was talking about, too. Xul Gin Distillery doesn't really have a way to stop all of this from happening. But the delays are enough, and it chases off Frank's Furters. Level 7 coming up maybe first for Xul Gin Distillery this time, and then they're going to be able to contest the point. Dahaka taking some cooldowns. They're just defending as Li Ming is going to continue pushing bottom and, you know, eventually doing some damage to the tower here. Blaze coming in, getting a big stun. Dahaka is low. Deckard throws out some stuff, but this is dangerous for Blaze, and this might be first blood. 3-man stun, but that is not enough as the body blocks are not resolved by a stun. Blaze goes down. First blood for the side of Xul Gin Distillery, and they're going to start trying to channel the objective here, but Dallying Pig able to stop that. Stun coming out on Anubrak. Going to be able to burrow out, though, so not necessarily worried, but that's a lot of damage coming out on Dallying. And they're unable to defend the objective any longer, as Li Ming has still just been pushing bottom this whole time, has taken a bottom tower. Objective's gonna get capped by blue team again. Lucio and Murden gonna go ahead and back out as 4 men. 5 men. Raynor now heading towards the bottom, towards the Li Ming. Vala getting doped by the Blaze here. They are able to cap on the side of Frank's Furters. They're trying to get some of this back. I'm not sure. Like, they could definitely hold it. There's 4 of them here. Blaze, huge damage on Vala. Not able to quite kill her, but definitely did not expect that happening. Root comes out. Stun comes out. This is going to be very, very, very hard for Xul Gin Distillery to stop. Blaze takes a stun, but then stuns Vala back. Still taking a ton of damage, though. There's only 3 seconds left on the point here, and DeWitt jumps in with the Murd, and they are trying to stop this from happening. Dahaka is going to go down to the Vala and the Li Ming, but that is Lucio down, that is Vala down. That is very, very, very bad for the side of Xul Gin Distillery, as they are going to lose 2 at least. Is he going to be able to jump out? No, he is not. So 3-4-1 for the side. This has been pushing the whole time, though, so this has been getting a lot of value. This is only the first objective, and bottom wall is completely down, so not a complete loss. Not a complete loss. And it's early game, too, so they actually don't lose a whole lot here. Level 10 is going to be reached by Furters first because of that. See you later, Sound. Have a good cast. We'll see you on the flip side, man. Everybody make sure to go visit the Nexus Gaming Series 2 channel for another NGS playoff match. And we'll definitely be, somebody will be rating this channel over there after this is done, so that's for sure. Alright, objective's going to be cleared mid with not a whole lot of repercussions. Top is suffering a little bit, and they're coming up to try and do something to Nutcracker here. But they're just going to sit here and attack. Response is coming from Xul Gin Distillery, though, and jumps in, unable to catch the Rainer, but Vala dismounts. Malthael chases into the Anubarak, unable to catch them, though, and the ult comes down with Rain of Vengeance, unable to also catch the Anubarak. They are able to back out. Camps are up, everybody resets, leaving back to business. This fort is hers. I wonder if they're going to try and delay the next objective. It will be up here pretty soon. These objectives spawn quick one after another on this map for sure. So Camp's going to get taken, I believe, by both teams. And Dahaka's going to get his out first. Actually, they both cap at about the same time. Dahaka's going to go ahead and back. Malthael's going to go ahead and soak back top. I think Dahaka's going to dig. That's right. Dahaka digs top. Starts taking on the Malthael again. Tug comes out on that one. That's a good one. Does a ton of damage to the Malthael, but Malthael able to just kind of soak it up. Rainer coming top. Oh, the whole team. Here comes a gank onto Nutcracker. And unable to actually get through, but he is not going to get out of that. So 4-man rotation, goes up to top, catches Malthael out, and able to secure that kill. Li Ming is just being kind of left alone bottom, though, and this is kind of evening out what's happening with that. So they are going to take the top 4, and the fight's going to start up. Dahaka misses the tongue. Here comes Deckard. He's going to heal his team up, so now it's a 3v4. Not in favor of Xul Gin Distillery here, so we're going to see them maybe retreat here for a little bit. Maybe soak it up a little bit, but Li Ming does now get contested by the Blaze. Malthael back up now. Thank you. Middle coming through. Alright, it is a 3v2 here. Blaze is a little out, gets the boot. Anubarak has to burrow to try and peel. Blaze is going to go down. But red team in a lot of danger right now. Wit does blow up Avatar here, so he gets a little bit of health back, and that's a good use of that ult there. Decker Triangle comes out, but it is a 1-for-0 in favor of Xul Gin Distillery there, and they do get one of those kills back. Soka is going to go crash against the middle wave. Ow, and here comes Dahaka, able to burrow just in time. Ruby's come out. Murden gets dragged, but there's not a whole lot of follow-up left as Rainer is currently doing camp. I am not ready to fight quite yet. Malthael's going to go soak bottom. Murden is going to go ahead and take a peek at this, but not going to be able to do anything about it. Blaze is coming back. And here comes the 5-man of Frank's Furters in to take a level 13 fight. And it is a 5v5 here. They are taking the objective back. And there comes out the 2-man stun. Lucio able to unstoppable out of that. Bunker coming out on the side of Frank's Furters. Malthael jumping in 5v1, and here comes Rainer's ult. Bala getting chased down by the Anubarak and by the Blaze. This fight is everywhere right now, but it is Dahaka that's going to go down first. Rainer's going to take a Mouth Ale ult, but it is not going to do a whole lot, as Li Ming does take a ton of damage and is going to get zoned out. Vala also taking a ton of damage here. Blaze getting chased, Nubrak chasing in, Blaze getting a two-man stun. Two-man stun coming back. Triangle comes out, and it looks as though the Xul Gin Distillery is going to be a little bit healthier. Murden does get a stun, but there's not a whole lot of follow-up left over quite yet. Blaze is low. Vala is about half health, and Li Ming is taking Rainer damage. Dahaka does burrow in again. There's a brawl. Woo! Alright. Both teams are going to reset. Both offlaners are actually going to go start soaking again, and it looks like Xul Gin Distillery does have a bit of advantage on the soak. Blaze, it looks like, is moving just a bit away here. Vala taking a ton of damage, though. 55 stacks of that so far. Alright. Stun's coming out. Malthel, found in the back by himself currently, is taking a ton of damage and, does end up going down. Deckardel comes out. Vala is going to get stunned, but able to get out actually. And it looks like Murden is going to be able to do a little bit of tanking. The Haka takes the objective, and now they are going to go ahead and defend this objective. And it looks like Frank's Furters is very, very healthy currently. The soak still... the interrupt from Blaze. Also the interrupt from Murden, but apparently doesn't put that on cooldown. Alright, Murden going 1v1 up against the Blaze. I think it's just buying time for Frank's Furters. I think going in right now is very, very appropriate. And here comes the Nubrak diving in. Dahaka's very low, but it looks like Li Ming and Lucio are lower. There goes Dahaka's out. Rainer chasing one, but leaving his team to die. The Malthale goes down. Oh man, Deckard able to just barely keep his team alive. And a 3-for-1 in favor of Frank's Furters and objective also now barreling down, and especially in mid lane it's going to hurt here. We'll see level 16s pop for both teams as this objective is going to end after that. And we'll take a look at talents, but 81k healing coming out of the Deckard. That is huge. Lucio really unable to really do anything as Team CC over on the left side is having the way they want with them. Xul Gin Distillery going to go ahead and move bottom, clear the objective, and it looks like Frank's Furters probably posturing for boss, potentially. I would say boss call is probably where I would head next. This looks to be the positioning for Xul Gin Distillery, so this will be an interesting call. We'll see if bosses are called on one side or the other, and if the it looks like one side does call boss, Xul Gin Distillery is starting that up. Nice. And it's not going to be sniffed out by Frank's Furters, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to see that get taken. Top boss is going to get started, but I don't know. See, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, and the Rainer's going to have to be the one that carries this, and oh my god, that is a ton of damage. Never mind. Yeah, ace in the hole. And then just hitting everything. But it comes in. Here comes the invade. Oh, and everybody gets hit. And there goes the 3-man stun. They stacked, and they are unable to do anything. But, oh man, the backline just absolutely got dove. And hit everybody. That Anubrak hit everybody. Wow. What a play. That was a really good try on the side of Xul Gin Distillery. That almost worked, too. But Anubarak, quick thinking, dives into the backline where all the damage is coming from, saves his team from taking so much damage, and allowing his team to recover, or their team to recover. Top is going to go down. 2 keeps is generally the rule. Xul Gin Distillery is going to be up before I think they get a chance, so boss is going to go down. Objective has started. This is going to be a lethal objective. We're going to see Xul Gin Distillery come in. And we should see a fight here. This is pre-20. This is what they want. The Dahak is the called target currently. Has used his burrow, so he doesn't really have anything. Jump comes in, hits the Rainer. Wit very deep. Gets the unstoppable, though. Is taking a ton of damage, and Dahaka is so low. Murden gets stunned. Murden getting lower and lower. Gets rooted and taking a ton of damage from the blaze. He might actually go down. Nope. He gets out. That was close. That was really, really close. And then Malthael is stuck back here in the web. Unable to get out, so Malthael does go down. That is a 50-second cooldown. This is going to be very, very difficult to keep Frank Furters down. But all it does is take one good team fight, and then it's possible to start turning things around. It'll probably take a couple of good team fights, but putting out a lot of damage there, though, between the Li Ming and Bala. Dahaka looking for a potential tongue target. Sharking around that bush. Dives. Blaze misses the stun. Takes a ton of damage from the Li Ming. Hits the full combo and goes diddly down. And objective's probably going to still go over to Frank's Furters, but at what cost at this point? I don't think... Oh, a 4-man sleep comes out. 3 of them get woken up. Lucio, unfortunately, doesn't. Dahaka's stuff is down, so he... Oh, now it's down. Never mind. But that's going to be a kill there. And that's going to be a 2 for nothing on the side of Xul Gin Distillery after recovering from that. And I think that was actually them going in 4v5 too, so that was actually well played. Big time clear right now. They have bottom keep left over, so as long as they don't die here in the middle with this 3-man kind of sharking around a little bit, because that still is a deadly combo. Like, Rainer still can put out a ton of damage with both of those people next to him. But it looks like free clear is going to come through. All the damage coming out there. And both teams are going to be up for the next the next objective. So teams are probably, I would say Xul Gin Distillery is just going to probably turtle a little bit until next objective. They do have an opportunity to get some kills. Camp is up and getting taken, but I think boss is here. The call is 10 seconds on the boss. A hearth is called, though. I still like the boss call, but it looks like they're going to look for a fight. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like they got scared a little bit, but now it looks like Frank's Furters is... Oh, almost got that blaze. Bunker does have to go out, so here comes the rest of the team. Anubarak dives in and misses the Lucio. That was the target. Blaze does get stunned out by the Bala. Murden is low, has to pop Avatar. Still low. But Frank's Furters also taking a ton of damage from their front line, so we're going to take a look at this before next objective pops up. But everybody's going to start rotating towards this. Camp's going to get started. The Haka does get stunned. And the rest of the team's going to come in. Nobody gets hit. 137, 138k on the Deckard right now. Healing out of his mind. Blaze takes a stun. Murden also gets stunned. The Unstoppable comes out from Lucio, so that was good. Blaze taking a ton of damage, and here comes the Ming combo. And there goes the Blaze, not able to bunker any longer. But the Murden gets traded for that. 2 comes out from the Rain of Vengeance to get stunned. Rainer's, misses the isolation though on the Li Ming. So Li Ming's still going to be free to cast. And there goes a ton of damage. Anubrak trying to peel, but unable to do so. Boggs is going to go down to the Mouth Ale and the Li Ming. Li Ming is just absolutely popping off right now. And this is going to be a secured objective and a 4-for-1 on the side of Xul Gin Distillery, now taking command of the objective. This is an issue up here. This needs to be addressed. This is an interesting call as well, as the Vala's not going to be able to do this by herself. Although 2 people are now rotating to her to try and get this done. Still interesting. Oh man, missile build also going for it. So everybody, the squishiest, are definitely doing this. Core is taking damage, but it's not going to go... I don't know, it's 3 catapults on there with 2 down. Like, that's a... Yeah, okay. Here comes the Murden. It's going to be able to clear this a little bit fast. No worries. Boss does get taken. Objective is going to be pushing here in 10 seconds. Xul Gin Distillery is going to have an opportunity to do something here. Waves are super pushed out top and mid. So bottom is going to be where they want to push as much as possible, and they need their tank here right now. And I think they push bottom with this boss. This boss is going to soften this up a little bit. Right? I think Xul Gin rotates so much earlier to push with this boss, but here they come. And now they're going to get in. Murden stun misses, double Murden stun misses, but the jump comes out. Murden's going to pop. And they're going to definitely take the keep, right? They're definitely going to take this keep. All right, you guys are they're stacking up right here, so we need to be careful, right? And you have to have 2 keeps, but the exception is if you team wipe them or you kill at least 3. And at this stage in the game, you will be successful in taking the core if you're able to execute that way. But they do opt to go middle, which I think is a smart play. They could potentially take a fight here, which would be very, very good. Blaze jumping into the back line, dropping bunker immediately. Web comes out on the Murden, and the rest of the team is going to get dove on. Vala is going to get dragged, stunned, and erased. Mouthel's going to go down as well, so the 5-mana Frank's Furters is going to push through and be able to survive. Mouthel returns immediately, though, so it does become a 4v5. They are going to try and defend here, as Frank's Furters is going to push into end. Oh, never mind. I'm a filthy liar. They did not push into end. So I can definitely agree with the choice not to do that. The boss is up and it's going to be the call, it seems. And it's only top boss, so this is a pretty big wave that could take down a second keep as well. So this is also being responded to. This is a very, very good opportunity for Xul Gin Distillery to actually do something, as the team is split, but they're not going in. They don't have Vala either, which is a problem. So 5v4 is going to become apparent again. And here comes the Anubarak to dive in. Does end up, I think, wasting those stuns, because I don't think Frank's Furters was ready to engage there yet, but they were just trying to catch up still. And this is now an issue, because all the cooldowns are down for Frank's Furters. Silence comes out on the Lucio. Lucio gets double stunned again. And, just barely able to get out as the... Oh, man, and they're able to turn it around. There it is. All right, so low on the side of Xul Gin Distillery, and it looks like Li Ming might go down. Nope, Blaze is going to go down first. Oh, my gosh. All right, so 2-0 in favor of Xul Gin Distillery, as they are going to take another hit against Frank's Furters, and Deckard Cain's going to go down too. We'll have to move the name, and we'll do that. I see it. I see it. All right. So Rainer, trying to be the sneaky, is just her thing. Not going to drop anything on it. I think they wait. This is a good call. So this is going to be the second keep that they need here. So this was the few team fights that they needed to win. They've done 2. So now they're getting they're going to get this objective. They're going to get this boss. The side of Frank's Furters is going to be up before objective is done, but only by a few seconds. So I don't think contesting the objective is going to happen. Now, especially with boss going to be pushing in. Now here's the question: do you save boss for when objective comes up, or do you just take it right away like they did? Because now it's going to be walking down the lane for 10 seconds, and it would make it to a point where... Oh, Murden in. Trying to protect this boss. Alright, Blaze comes out, gets a stun, gets double stunned. Oh, Bunker just barely making it out in that bunker. And now, Vala taking a ton of damage, Malthael taking a ton of damage. Blaze still taking a ton of damage. Murden just trying to finish him and cannot do it by himself. Vala goes down instead. Lucio's going to go down instead. So 2-0 in favor of Frank's Furters, but boss is going to go ahead and take top keep. And objective was already taken, so not necessarily the worst thing to happen. That would have been very nice. That would have been a win if Xul Gin Distillery wins that fight, but that is okay. Objective is going to push. I think they wait, and they're just going to have to try and not lose to Bop Boss. But they do have a keep and a wall, actually, a full wall left over. Already posturing down here for this, it seems. This is risky. This is risky. All right, clear's coming out. Boss is gonna walk in, but just get cleared up. This boss is also gonna walk in, so Core is gonna have to, take some precautionary measures. But everything is all is well. All is well. You see what kind of damage happens when you have 2 keeps down too? Like that was barely any couple of hits right there by them, and if honestly, if 5-man team is there, then that's very, very easy to win. All right, here we go. Boss time. Level 24 Spike. All right, the Haka going in. Finds the Murden. Everybody finds the rest of the team here. Anubarak taking an aggressive stance. And they're going to be looking to fight rather than fighting boss right now. So, all right, DPS taking some shots, trading some cooldowns, some pokes coming out. The Lucio looking to get a boop and an aggressive boop. Murden trying to look at a flank, but unable to secure anything. Goes back into the same bush. Looks at the Rainer. Here it is. Oh no! That was it. All right. Frank's Furters moving out towards objective, looking for a flank, and Li Ming is seeing some of this. Oh, the Vala able to dodge out of the Anubarak. Anubarak has web for somebody, and it's going to be the Lucio. Lucio immediately released. Anubarak comes into the back and hits the Vala. 4 going up against, and that's a Lucio down into the Rainer ult. Oh man, and Blaze is going to come out of that and hit the Ming, and I think the Ming's going to die there. Malthael's going to die there. And Murden is unfortunately going to also go down. A 4-for-1, a 5-for-1, and Malthael returning immediately. So that will give an opportunity to take the objective, which it seems like they want to do that instead of ending, but I think they end. I think that's the call. Yep, the call is to end. I think they can do it. That's only a Malthael that's left over, so... A noob, please. That was so free. Yeah, alright. Alright, Malthael dragged into triangle, double stunned, and that is the end of that. He is out for the remainder of the game for sure. And the core is going to drop down to 0. GG, well played. Oh my god. These better not all be this long. Yeah, that was quite a game. That was a 30-minute game. That was crazy. Holy cow, healing. Both healers did phenomenal. 233 craze out of this world. Malthael able to actually get a lot of the soak out for Xul Gin. It's just it was hard for everything else. So it's now in favor of Frank's Furters. It's 1-0 in a best of 5. Rainer doing a ton of damage, but look how close that was. Look at that. It's crazy. They also had pretty similar soak, pretty similar siege, exact same assists, rather variable kills versus deaths, but that's okay. We don't pay attention to those. Here's some talents. Glass cannon. Full missile build. Interesting. Interesting build. Worked out well, just took a ton of damage, and especially when Blaze was able to get in the back line. Like, that's hard for them. Rubies. Hyperion, of course, strongest, I think. Blaze just broken. That's all. W build with the Manticore. I'm okay with that. And then pretty standard Lucio build, too. So, yeah, all looks pretty good. Alright, so I believe that would be a Frank's Furters win. And we will just go ahead and wait. We'll just go ahead and wait for the next lobby to pop up. I know. I think the other semifinal match for this division played last night. I think it was Heavy Greg that took it. So they're waiting on the finals for whoever wins this match. And then I can't imagine that they're not going to probably take a water break or a couple-minute break, but that was a 30-minute game to start off Game 1. So welcome, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the evening. It's going to be, we're in it for the long haul. Make sure to check out Nexus Gaming Series 2. I think Sound is streaming something over there for another NGS playoff match. Alright, while we wait for that, I am going to take just a moment. I'll be right back. All right. I have returned, and the teams are in lobby and ready to go. It is Braxis holdout, picked by Frank's Furters. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in here pretty quick. Rainer banned first. Stukov banned next. Xul Gin banned quickly. And Tychus banned out on this one. I feel like the Xul Gin might have been a target too. Rainer definitely a target ban. Falstad, first pick on the side of Xul Gin Distillery. Johanna picked up, which I was wondering about that. Johanna picked up. Falstad, a super strong pick though, so. And Vala. Johanna Vala. Switches sides this time. For the Vala at least. What to go with this Falstad? Dibbly wibbly. I like it. No percent damage until 16 right now for the side of Frank's Furters, so, you know, good pickup on the Diablo. Tychus is already banned, so not a whole lot left. No Joe Blaze. No. But I mean, they could. They still could Joe Blaze. Sonya. Sonya banned out. Alright. And Rexar banned out. So maybe a Rexar player. It's still possible. Alright, what comes out against the Tassadar Falstad? A Lucio. Alright, Kael'thas. Woo! I like Kael'thas on this map. Tons of wave clear, tons of potential to get stuns and stuff like that. Vala's going to be really good with a follow-up, and on top of a Johanna too, just kind of being there, it's going to be a rough go. But then you got Diablo who can just dive most of them. The Lucio's in a lot of trouble because Lucio needs walls to ride on, and Diablo needs walls to kill on. And so one is probably more deadly than the other. Malthael Deckard coming out, so Deckard switching sides this time. Malthael coming back, and I like the Malthael if they can get the execute. If Xul Gin Distillery can maybe bring together some target calls, because it seems like the tank is kind of trying to flank the back line while the off lane is trying to peel for their own back line, and it kind of gets a little messy. So Blade's still not picked. Diva coming out as the last pick, and that is where this is going to start. I currently, let's see, the wave clear on Frank's Furters is really good, and the point control is pretty good too. Malthael and Diva, huh? I think Malthael still wins that. Maybe. Maybe not at the start. Yeah, maybe not at the start. Slightly more CC. I agree. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Well, we'll have to fix that in a sec. Alright. On the blue side, Frank's Furters. We have Boggs on Vala, Dallying Pig on Johanna, Magic Master on the Kael'thas, Indecisive on the Lucio, and DJ Cold Cuts on Diva. And on the right side, on the red side, Xul Gin Distillery, we got Wit on Diablo, Lead on Deckard, Befresh on Falstead, Ankle Shot on the Tassamadar, and Nutcracker on the Malthael again. Alright, 5 men in the bottom lane, and Malthael unable to stay for too long, as nobody kind of knows where anybody is right now. No bush is being checked, but Tassadar able to get a Q off on the wave. He loses half of his health, but Boggs also in danger. Vala goes down, and what talents did we pick? Oh, we'll never know. We do! So it went Gambit! Oh, man. Alright, well, Gambit, oh, man, well, Lucio getting super low, but doesn't quite go down. 4-man early game for Xul Gin is very good. Unstoppable pop for Johanna as Diablo does get the flip. Wave is super cleared. Spreads a bomb. They got Deckard this time on the side of Xul Gin Distillery. Kind of seems like Diva is actually kind of getting riggedy wrecked by the Malthael. Alright, camps are... This is actually really big camp discipline by both teams, it seems. Top is not going to be done solo by the Diva, so being on the right-hand side is actually... This is maybe advantageous for this reason right here, as bottom lane is typically the main lane, right? Falstad in a front spot, but that's okay. Top is going to get capped by Xul Gin Distillery. Bottom is going to be continuously contested as Diablo stands on it, Johanna standing on it. Diablo able to get some heals, but is taking damage. Johanna maybe a little bit more, but here comes a Kael'thas, which is kind of out of health, or I mean mana. Johanna running low on health as Val is also low on health and mana, and it looks like bottom's going to be able to be taken out as Diva Mech is going to go down to the Malthael. So I was looks like I was right. Yeah, canvas sizing issues. Sorry, Hector. I will get it fixed for you guys in the future. But yeah, I got new monitors and they didn't cooperate. All right, channel has started. Johanna's super low. Tassadar throws out the wall, and Johanna's going to go down. That'll be another kill. Falstad and kind of low, but Vala lower. And this is dangerous as he is now going to lose another Gambit for that. And offlane is also having a lot of trouble. But top's not going to get necessarily capped right away by Malthael. And Lucio is now also here, so this is a little bit more dangerous for the Malthael. Trying to jump onto the Lucio, but unable to do so. Since the healer's top as well, Falstad is now rotating up. Falstad flying down, and Kael'thas getting a huge Q off. Bottom's going to be claimed by Frank's Furters. Level 7 and top is going to be claimed by Xul Gin Distillery. And Johanna's going to take a stun, but use that opportunity. Ooh, baby! That's a lot of damage that just went out onto Xul Gin Distillery. Johanna getting into the backline like that is just really taking advantage of some of those decisions. Kael'thas getting jumped on and now flipped. In a lot of danger, gets rooted, and Convection goes down. I didn't even see the Convection. Oh, man. I need to pay attention. This is crazy to watch. Convection stacks reset. We are now, I think 2 stacks on Gambit is gone. Level 7 is hit by both teams. And that's a big wave. Here comes the wave clear, though. This is why they picked the Kael'thas. Oh, oops. A pause in the game. Lag issues. Too many Zerg. Alright. Well, I think we'll hit the be right back screen. Hold on a sec. Oh, no, never mind. Everybody's ready. So we're gonna go. Oh, and Wit takes a lot of damage and goes down. Has souls, but Malthael also super low, and Lucio's going to chase him down and take him out. But Lucio's still super low. And Falstad's going to chase the Johanna. Johanna does have an unstoppable. Falstad doesn't have any mana to keep chasing, though, unfortunately. And Diablo's going to sacrifice his soul and a bit of XP. But his team does win objective for the first part. Tassadar taking on the Diva. Vala getting chased by the Diablo. Fly comes in from the Falstad. This still has yet to go down. It looks like that's the last part. So they do lose top fort.
Resetting pins as per protocol.
Camps are up. Alright, both camps, both teams, bottom taken. The invade looks to be coming out as level 10 does hit first. And I think they're going to abuse that. Here it comes! Woo! And that is huge. Lucio going down. The gust was an interesting aspect. Low, everybody's low. But Xul Gin Distillery does, in fact, take the camp. They're still level 10, whereas Frank's Furters is not. Falstad might die. He does. And Malthael might die, too. Kael'thas just having some fun. Kael'thas is very... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Everybody's getting stunned. Johanna very, very low. Goes down. Diva not quite able to mech yet, as Deckard is healing his team up. And we'll take that opportunity to take a look at some healing and some damage. Both healers doing record amounts right now. Boss call, as Johanna does respawn here in about 2 seconds. Frank's Furters will have an opportunity to actually contest this, potentially. It's going to be close, but Gust is up, so never mind. There is no contest here. They are going to try. Yeah, just blow them off. Just off they go. There he is. See ya. Alright, everything goes out. Falstad in a bit of danger. Actually gets stunned out of his barrel roll, so he's in much danger. APOC comes out for the peel. Deckard able to root forward, able to get out. This whole team leaves. Oh, and Kael'thas gets caught just a bit by the Dibbles. And that is Convection Stacks reset once more. Unfortunate. Boss is still pushing bottom. This is bad news bears. Bottom does get capped by Frank's Furters, but it's gonna be taken over rather quickly, as this boss is gonna get some support now. Diablo rotating in on the flank. Malthael working on top. Camp does end up taking it. Johanna in a lot of trouble right now. Does get the subdue, but at what cost? Alright, D.Va does have a reset. No problem there. Dibble's sharking around. Does chase the D.Va a little bit. Looks like top is going to go. Lucio just doing a little bit of a roundabout. Does bait the team out and takes over the bottom. That was a smart play. That was very good. Unfortunately, the D.Va's going to pay with her life on that one. But Avala and Lucio able to delay just a little bit as 13 is hit for the side of Xul Gin Distillery. And objective is obtained. Diablo waiting in a bush as they do get camp. Oh, waiting in another bush, and here comes the Lucio. And the Lucio's going to get hit, and that is dangerous news. Yep. That is Lucio down. Malthael able to take that huge pyroblast to the face hole. Xul Gin Distillery a little bit low. Diablo also a little bit out and taking some damage. Maybe not needed to. Souls might reset here. Boggs in a bit of danger. No, Diablo able to... Oh man, turns, get some health. The Johanna goes down. D.Va done a ton of damage. The Kael'thas also trying to get some damage out, but might go down here to the Falstad. Falstad, oh, does get stunned. One more auto? No, not anymore. The Lucio's there. No mana to throw at a Q either. That was close though. This, however, has been going the whole time. And that'll be the first keep taken. Level lead, structure lead in favor of Xul Gin Distillery currently. 3 men pushing bottom with the Deckard is a little bit low on mana right now, so this needs to be a little careful, but a little bit of poke doesn't hurt anybody as top is going to get pushed in by Falstad and Malthael. And this potentially goes down, but Malthael rotates out. Throwing a bit more at it. Teams are rotating towards each other, and it looks like the camp is up. Falstad is the target right now. Not able to get him, though. His barrel rolls out. And Xul Gin Distillery is going to opt for their camp and probably hit 16 first. This is a tough situation to be in for Frank's Furters right now. Trying to defend this camp, you know, pre-16 is a little rough. Lit looking for an opportunity. 81 stacks a Q, 129 stacks on the Vala, but a couple of deaths there. Boss does look to be the call here. This is probably pretty safe, considering Gust is up and everything like that. So here does come the other team, and there goes the Diablo APOC. That was a weird interaction. I think kind of caught the Diablo off guard. Lots of stun combos coming out, and it's going to be Deckard that goes down along with the Tassadar, and the boss is going to get taken over. Unfortunately, there was so much of the boss taken that the Gust was not enough distance to cap the whole thing. That's usually about half But Xul Gin Distillery does take a 0 for 3 post 16 too. They were up 16 talent. I don't think Boss was the call without, they needed. I think there's probably a percentage of Boss that you have to call at, maybe that allows you to, maybe call team fight over finishing the boss. So I think there was too much health on the boss to continue the boss without team fighting first. And Johanna unfortunately just walks in, shields, and everybody dies because your healer can't do anything. D.Va taking a ton of damage though. And everybody now is up as Falstad can fly in. Bottom getting a little bit of push, but right now Frank's Furters doesn't have a tank. Good heal by the Deckard there on the Tassadar. Tassadar is taking a ton of damage, and Vala goes down to the Diablo, and probably the follow-up on the Falstad. Stun comes out on Kael'thas. Ult comes out from the Lucio. Johanna taking a ton of damage, goes down. The Gus comes out. Mech goes down. Falstad chasing the Lucio, and the Q comes out to kill him. That's going to catch somebody on fire, but that doesn't matter to Diablo. He doesn't care about fire. He is Lord of Fire. And that is an opportunity. I don't know. The cooldowns right now on deaths are iffy. But securing the objective like that first is pretty good. Diablo taking a ton of damage. Kael'thas goes down. Vala goes down. Tassadar just absolutely bottles that. And GG's called. This is rough. I don't think it's over. Yeah, there's Tassadar. Well, Tassadar almost went down. That was close. That's probably the death of Johanna there, and that's probably that's gonna be a rough one. None of the DPS is up, so like it's hard, right? 56% left on the core. Core is trying to defend itself here. D.Va Bomb comes out, hits no one, but that's okay. Does a bit of zoning instead. Lucio's going to go down. Falstad's taking a ton of damage. D.Va goes down. Kael'thas lights somebody on fire there. Tassadar takes a ton of damage. Wit is trying to end. 10% on the core. And able to actually end it is Wit on Diablo. GG, well played. Tying up the series 1-1. Boss battle. Oh dear lord. Alright, so Xul Gin Distillery pulls out a pretty decisive win. It was a little questionable there in the mid game. And they took a couple of deaths here and there that maybe not necessary, but able to pull it out. Malthael doing a ton of siege again and a ton of soak, the most in the game. That's 2 games in a row, doing their job. And then Kael'thas doing a ton of damage. Vala not far behind. Diablo, top damage on the Xul Gin Distillery, right? And we can update this. So series ties at 1. There's your talent screen. Convection, I don't think ever finished. That was an interesting choice, as Diablo is just going to be able to jump in. Malthael jumps in. Falstad can also jump in too. And Tassadar has a lot more reach than Kael'thas does until level 20, right? So that Q that comes out at level 20 is pretty dangerous if it's stacked. But up until then, like Tassadar has much more range and much more ability to just like kind of walk up and walk away and still hit you and kind of screw you over too. So I like that pick into it. It was good. Vala taking Gambit does get stacks, but unable to really stay alive too. It was hard. Little bit of CC on Xul Gin's side. So 1-1 in the series now. GG. So that's That is a score for Xul Gin Distillery. 1-1 in a best of 5 here in the semifinals. So we are jumping in. It is red team was the winner for game 2, and it looks like we are going to Dragonshire for game 3. I think it was Xul Gin Distillery. So Matt picked red team, there we go. So D-Shire. Interesting. Alrighty. Well, so Dragonshire, I think, picked by Xul Gin Distillery, will be for game 3. And we should be jumping in here pretty quick. Game 2, definitely a big turnaround from game 1. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Xul Gin Distillery taking a bit of CC in game 2, maybe a little bit more than game 1, so that works. Just waiting on the ready from both teams, and then we'll be jumping in again. Again, welcome to Division C semi-final matchup. Frank's Furters going up against Xul Gin Distillery. Thanks everybody for coming out. Check out Nexus Gaming Series 2 for another playoff match. Alright, looks like both teams are ready, so we're probably going to jump in here pretty quick. Let's do this. Dragonshire it is. Alright. First pick going over to Frank's Furters. Sorry. Tychus band. Good old Tychus out of here. I think it's a great band. Tychus very strong, especially with the Diablo picks and stuff. Falstad band. Tassadar band, yeah. Tassadar caused a lot of problems last game, so I can see the respect ban. And the Johanna band coming out. I think that's a pretty smart band too. Well, let's see what first pick it's going to be. Is it Rainer? It is! Alright. Kael'thas and Vala. Rexar. It's a Nubarak. Alright, so Nubarak, Rexar, Raynor. Lots of stuns, lots of slows, so ace in the hole. Very, very strong here again. Deckard as the ban this time. Looking out for those stuns again and the roots. So good ban, good ban. I'm surprised they don't take it themselves, to be honest with you. It's really good on this map too, especially having to have that point control again. It'd be really, really good for them. Junkrat is super strong on this map, and I'm surprised it hasn't been taken or banned yet, to be honest with you. DPS being shown by Xul Gin Distillery already, so it makes it kind of easy for Frank's Furters to kind of pay attention to what they're picking into that. So Vala Kael'thas, Raynor's really good into that. Is it probably another double bruiser? Do we see that again? Is it the Dahaka with the Rexar? Or is it maybe a Thrall? Irel would be really good too, if they're doing it that way. You could also potentially look at maybe a Sergeant Hammer comp with what's going on over there too. Maybe. Maybe not anymore, never mind. Diablo Lucio picked up. Strong comp. Remember, Tychus is banned, so... And Vala's now on the side of Diablo this time. Back over to Xul Gin Distillery. Well, that's spicy. Whitemane Orphea. Jaws from Orphea seems like it would fit really, really well with what they're doing. The ult that does damage by Whitemane, and then I think you can upgrade it, actually pulls them into the middle. And then also I think Orphea's auto attacks will slow if she goes straight build too. Dahaka picked up. So, first time Malthael isn't played by Nutcracker, so we'll see how the Dahaka pans out here. Dahaka going to be really good at double soaking this map if they need him to, which, with the 4-man that they have over there, probably going to be the case. Or it could be the case, I don't know. I would make Storm Sword do it. So maybe that's just me. Alright. Is everyone ready? Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Sorry, just reading chat as it goes. Has a Hots enjoy. I really enjoy and appreciate what you're doing here. Lots of effort and time going into this. I'll be honest with you, NGS doing really, really good work. It's a ton of work for these people to put all this stuff on. I'm happy to be a part of it and trying to contribute my time for them, because they do a lot for me and my team. So it's nice to try and at least give back a little bit and help them out. You know, even if it's just casting some games. I know everybody likes it. So thank you, and thanks for everybody coming out. Aiming for what worked for them round one, all the CC. You're not wrong about that. So side of Frank's Furters, I do see their big comp against their Raynor was big damage. So we got Dalian Pig on a Nubarak, Boggs on the Raynor, Magic Master on the Orphea, Indecisive on the Whitemane, and we're going to have DJ Cold Cuts on the Rexar. 4 starting mid, 1 starting top. On the flip side of things, we're going to have Xul Gin Distillery, Befresh on the Vala, Ankle Shot on the Kael'thas, Lead on the Lucio, and Wit on the Diablo, of course, with Nutcracker on the Dahaka. Rotation's coming out a little bit faster from the side of Xul Gin Distillery. Diablo taking a very aggressive stance, which is very good, trying to interrupt stuff. Camps will come up, and both teams will rotate to potentially camps and lanes. So both healers, both tanks going middle. Whitemane gets dove on. Whitemane in a bit of trouble here, but Anubarak and Orphea able to come in and do a little bit of damage. Diablo taking a ton of damage, gets stunned out. Still coming through. Big time stun onto Anubarak and not able to get out as the Burrow's cooldown wasn't up quite yet. And that'll be first blood. Whitemane not able to do a whole lot with that. More nonsense going on down here as Rainer's going to get blasted up into the air, and there is a second kill as Rainer gets caught out. And let's go ahead, and while we're looking at some stuff, we got Vala took Gambit, we got Rainer took Ace in the Hole, so nothing really lost there. Looks like Orphea going trait build, so that's good. Rexar did not go husbandry, dang. And Anubarak going their normal build. Kael'thas this time not going Convection, but instead going Mana Addict. Sound Barrier coming out from the Lucio. And Orphea gets a ton of damage out as Diablo goes down. Bomb getting spread. Vala and Lucio going to be able to make it out. But Diablo's going to go down, and that will be a kill. Yeah, for Frank's Furters, so the first one. Anubarak misses the Burrow, taking a little bit of damage though. Whitemane taking a ton of damage currently. So that'll be the secret. If you ever play against Whitemane, nice to see Convection not being picked. What a troll talent. I don't know if it's control. Watching HOTS from the vantage point of the moon, I see. Well, you know, I don't... Whatever, alright. Magic Master in a bit of a spot here, but so is Lead. Oh, Lucio goes down. Kael'thas is also going to take a little bit of too much damage. So much so the kill comes out. Diablo in a bit of danger. Stun comes out, but the team's not going to chase anymore. Orphea being able to do a lot. The Haka does get stunned a little bit. Able to burrow, so watch it out for the chomp. That's fine. Top is going to be an issue. Orphea gets stunned and dragged and Vala'd. And Vala gets Orphea'd. And that'll be a stack of Gambit gone. 4 mid to defend against this this objective getting capped, and somebody's going to have to go to a tower somewhere and cap it, and I think that's where Dahaka's going to head. But Rexar is just so hard to deal with by the Dahaka, because the Dahaka is expected to double soak at the same time, and the 4-man for... Haha, the widescreen is actually pretty neat. It's cheating. It's so cheating. Alright, so here comes a rotation to bottom. See, this is what they needed. And if you guys don't know this too, when the timing between getting on the objective versus stepping onto the tower like Diablo is, if you step on the tower at the same time somebody starts to cap the objective, you will cap this first. So that's how you can tell if you're actually going to be able to stop it or not, is if they start channeling first, they're going to get it. If you start channeling or stepping on this first, you'll get it before they cap. Bottom is going to be an issue as camps are now getting taken. And that was a good defense by Xul Gin Distillery, but they are about a level down, a little under a level down. So the Soka Dahaka is doing a lot of work as he is having to double soak. Orphea rotating the middle to do a bit of that too, causing the wave to crash, and maybe Dahaka missing a little bit of the soak. Vala is the answer. I think Kael'thas is probably who you want to do for that. But all 4 rotate mid and leave bottom very vulnerable, as that's going to now be taken over by Frank's Furters as they do hit 10. And it's going to be Web, it's going to be Jaws, it's going to be Hyperion, it's going to be Bestial Wrath, and it's going to be the Divine Reckoning. So everything we thought it was probably going to be. Kael'thas almost done with stacks. And here comes the contest over objective. Anubarak takes a ton of damage, but Orphea just comes in on that Kael'thas, and Raynor following up with Ace in the Hole, and they are unable to do anything about that. That was harsh. Alright, there's not a whole lot that Xul Gin Distillery is going to be able to do here. Anubarak taking a bit of damage from the tower, but that's alright. Orphea is now trying to face off against Avala. This has gone it's gone a couple different ways. Lots of ults played here, but there's a Raynor here, now there's a Kael'thas, now it's a thing. And there's the Dahaka, digs in and catches the Whitemane, but Whitemane able to walk out, and Raynor is just wailing on these dudes. Diablo's going to go down to the Orphea, Dahaka's going to go down to the Raynor, and not quite enough damage from the Vala to take the Orphea out, as Whitemane is able to save that. But Lucio tries capping, not going to be able to stay here. Misses and able to jump out of that pretty handily. That was well played. Vala is covering middle right now. And Diablo's coming back in for a 3v4 currently. And Bomb's going to spread to 2. Orphea is going to be forced to soak middle. And this is a 4v3 in favor of Xul Gin Distillery, as 13 does hit. Going trait chomp build, I like it for Orphea. Raynor just doing his old normal biz. Camps are going to start getting taken. Alright, Bala able to dive away. Oh, the web comes out as the Diablo tries to come in. Orphea in a bit of danger, but not anymore as she heals up with her full trait build. Not able to catch the Vala quite yet, but Raynor gets dragged into tower. Whitemane having to heal and use a ton of mana that she does not have to heal everybody up that's taking a lot of damage right now, but the team does stay alive, and Raynor... Wow, the flip doesn't come out, and Xul Gin Distillery super low as Lucio has 5 seconds on his kill timer. Top is pushing in a little bit as Dahaka's going to have to respond. Bottom does get taken over by the Diablo, so that's not a problem at all. Raynor having to soak middle. I am finally here for analyst clips and Artanis picks. Oh, Dragonshire, never mind. Yeah. Alright, rotations are actually, it's some very aggressive rotations coming out of Xul Gin Distillery. Diablo does find an opportunity on this Anubarak, it seems. Probably looking for the Whitemane, though. Takes tons and tons and tons and tons of damage. And has to retreat. Middle's going to crash against Frank's Furters. Dahaka's protecting middle. Diablo's going to go down to it, though, as Vala is trying to leave and potentially cover middle now. And they do see the Vala as 2 have now rotated. They are looking to cap this objective. And Orphea doing work right now. Lucio takes a ton of damage. Vala stands there and takes a ton of damage. And that is going to be a cap for Frank's Furters. Whitemane OP. Agreed. Level 16 is hit for the side of Frank's Furters. Dragon Knight's gonna get burned hard as Diablo gets kicked into the middle, but into a flanking position potentially if he went around this way. They might have actually had an opportunity there to do something, but that's okay. Diablo moves out and is looking for something here, and moves into the bush and forces his team to rotate safe. But camp is a problem. Vala scopes it out, sees them, but they decide not to invade. Instead, they do decide to start their own camp. So each team trading their camps respectively down here. Wall's still a work in progress for the Dahaka, but rather progressive for somebody who's had to double soak most of the game. Hard camp's going to get taken on the side of Frankfurters. This is going to be a nice thing that's going to help Rexar probably push this a little bit over the edge. Good response though by Xul Gin Distillery to take the bottom neutral hard camp. They should push into the bottom pretty well. They do have an opportunity to take their hard camp top too, but somebody's probably going to have to soak mid for the Dahaka to be able to soak that top and clear it. Four-man clearing instead of trying to protect the minions here. Spell power does end up going down, so this camp doesn't really get a whole lot of value. So an interesting call on that one. In HOTS, structures are king, and so you definitely want to be able to, take as much structure as possible when you can. And so the opportunity was there to definitely do that and fight over it. Not taken. This will be out to help Dahaka control the top. Diablo though is going to get flanked. And he's going to go down. He doesn't have souls that time, so he's going to go on full cooldown. And that's 45 seconds without Diablo. That's hard. So a level and almost a half now ahead. Xul Gin Distillery is going to have to give up. And I missed that. Vala trades Orphea. Anubarak also in trouble, also goes down. So 1 for 3 in the end is not so bad. Top is going to be pressured. And Dahak is like, really? Like, why top? This poor guy. He's trying his hardest to keep his fort. And the other team is just like, we're not going to let that happen. Sorry. Alright, well, the clear is coming out. The clear is real. Unstoppable. Picked up. That cleanse was nice on the Lucio there. Whitemane might be in a little bit of trouble here. It's the bear that gets booped, and here comes Dahaka for a drag. Misses the Whitemane just barely. Diablo sharking around too. That was close. Alright, Kel'Thas going through, doing a bit of clearing. That suit should be a double soaking, I think, by the way. Bottom mid is that Kel'Thas. I think that would help fix the Dahaka's problem up top. At least for now. 20's going to get hit by Frank's Furters first, a full level ahead of Xul Gin Distillery. So here they come looking for a combo, and there is the Anubarak taking a ton of damage, but not quite going down. Vala taking a ton of damage, and Lucio able to get to him and heal him. That was incredible. Diablo looking for it, and finds it on to the Orphea. Orphea just doing so much damage. Web comes out on Kel'Thas. Lucio is so low. Diablo so low. Gets the healings taken by level 20 Frank's Furters. That was an intense fight. Most of the ults have been used. And Rexar is in a lot of trouble. Here comes an Orphea to try and do something about it. Lucio gets stunned out by the Anubarak, but able to find a wall and a way out Bottom's going to get cleared by Kael'thas. Top going to get cleared out by the Dahaka. Level 20s come in for both teams. And they are looking for a flank right now. And they have an opportunity to get... Oh! And the Lucio's going to go down. The Diablo potentially looking in the wrong spot. That's unfortunate. His team goes down to see us away. I think he was going to mid because he thought they were going to rotate from top camp. He thought they were at top camp. And Frank's Furters had moved into the bottom objective and waited for that Lucio to come in and cap. So that was well played. Kael'thas and Lucio down for 40 seconds or so. And bottom is going to be an issue that they'll have to de-push. Top is getting a bit of pressure, so that's good. But here comes Rexar. He is back now. He's going to be able to take top. Rotation's coming out from Diablo. Going to be able to cap that as this is going to get cleared. Diablo walks through an entire team and lives. Yep, I think a potential gank on that Rexar is a really, really good idea. It looks like that's probably been called. Yep, there it is. But the team rotates top and does find a cap on the top objective. So Vala takes that. Dahaka in a precarious spot. Finds an Anubarak. Anubarak jumping into the Lucio as Anubarak takes a combo. And they are looking for the Vala. Anubarak silenced and stunned and is in a lot of trouble right now. Indecisive now also in a lot of trouble on that white main. Webb comes out on the Dahaka. Nobody freeing him currently, but he will come out now. And that is a dangerous thing. Dahaka gets a tongue on Raynor. Not able to keep it up though. And Rexar's going to go down first in this fight. Diablo low. Lucio a little low, but here comes that. And objective's going to get capped. But the team is going to go down for it. And so getting a little bit of mid is going to be epic. But right now you get a 3-for-0. You lose objective. This is not necessary, I suppose, but we'll see. He's going to die now, so I suppose now it's you get in there and do it. But all right. So Orphea is the only one left on the team, currently in a Dragonite. And we're gonna opt to push in for the top tower, which is great. I think getting structures at this point is. Yeah, sorry about the distortion. It's on my end for sure. I got new monitors and I was unable to figure out how to get it to cooperate before the match started, so that's totally on me. Sorry again. Thanks for everybody coming out and joining us. We're in game 3 right now of semi-final match. Diablo finds somebody, no team to follow up on, but that Rexar takes so much damage! And unfortunately nobody there to do anything. Vala taking so much damage right now. Oh man. That was a big opportunity for a stagger dagger. And I think that got dropped. Xul Gin Distillery looking for it. Honestly, just happy to see a hot stream. Honestly, just happy to have you guys here watching HOTS all the time. Check out Nexus Gaming Series 2. You know what they say about a caster with big monitors? We have big socks too, or something like that, right? Oh, man. Alright, both teams kind of sharking around for each other right now. Clear coming out on the bottom side for Frank's Furters. Xul Gin Distillery to opt out to rotate to hard camp and start that. And it looks like Frank's Furters is interested in maybe looking at that. Here's the Diablo. Oh, no, they were walking at him. No problem, like I said, just glad to have a hot stream. Thanks for that. Well, you guys are welcome. Shout out to NGS for putting all this on for us. Alright, bottom has a siege camp, and Frank's Furters is also taking the bottom's hard camp. Their top hard camp also just came up. Big eyes, big glasses, yeah, all that, right? Bottom's going to get cleared out. Top does have a little bit of pressure, counter pressure going against Frank's Furters, but that's going to change here pretty quickly. Dahaka doing a bit of soak, but here we go. We're at level 23. We're almost going for that level 24 spike. Honestly, a team fight here could end the game potentially for either team. But actually it looks like most of everybody's walls are up at their keep, so maybe not. Maybe one more team fight. And Diablo looking for it, finds a Rainer. Oh, but that Orphea is just doing so much damage. The Kael'thas gets caught. Rainer takes a ton of damage. Rexar goes down, though. Xul Gin Distillery, kind of low. Diablo gets stunned out. I don't know if that's the right target. Rewind is down. And Lucio goes as the Anubarak uses that rewind really, really nicely. And that's going to be a 3-for-1. Diablo uses his souls for that. And the rotations are going to come out. Eyeballs, that is. Keep your mind out the gutter. My bag. Big juicy orbs. Yeah. I want Xul Gin to win just because their name is amusing. You know, that's funny that somebody mentioned that Frank's Furters should win because their name was funny. Who could possibly win now? Diablo looking for the white main is going to probably catch her? No. Top getting pressure. This is going to be a problem. But also, Vala is going to die. Does die. Diablo might also be in a lot of trouble here. Armor goes down. Healing is a bit questionable. And this is going to be a big kill right there. So that's 64 seconds without dibbles. And the Stagger Dagger is real right now. We just need to regroup, and you're going to have to defend. I don't think they win with an objective, but it is a 23-minute Dragonite, so maybe they do. I don't know, the walls are pretty strong. Dahaka's going to get a small delay out, though. But, yeah, this is going to be a problem. Oh, nope, they're just going to let him go. So he does get that out. They are going to cap middle, though. So White Main's going to jump in. No. Lucio's going to come in for a delay, potentially. No. No, they don't need to do that. Lucio does get caught. Dahaka in a precarious spot. Has to burrow out. Lots of stuff is used there, but nobody dies. 10 seconds left on the dibbles. So they have a chance to fight behind this Dragonite, too. And I'll be honest with you, the Rainer is in the Dragonite. I like Furters personally. Xul Jin's is a bit dry for my taste. That's funny. That's ridiculously funny. If you don't know, Jin is very dry. So you need to, if you didn't know that, please laugh at the joke now. Thank you. Oh man, Magic Master! What? It just happened! That was crazy White Mane healing! Oh no! A 5-man team wipe in favor of Frank's Furters. And game 3 goes over to Frank's Furters. White Man OP. Those dad jokes are real. Alright, we'll take a look at this here. Healing actually pretty even this time. The White Mane taking it out. Lucio having a little bit of trouble against the Anubarak potentially. So that was rough, but that's okay. Pretty close matchup for that one. That was good. They got Glizzy slapped. You're not wrong. Rip Dreams. Dahaka doing a ton of soak. Dude, Nutcracker just doing the work. Look at that, 31k. Double soaking out of his mind. Rainer again, topping the charts. Orphea also coming in hot. with talents and stuff like that too. So we'll take a look at that. These teams are moving fast, so we're gonna have to go. Her heroics are both insane. GG's. Bet it tastes like hot dog water. Probably. All right. So we will go ahead and we will update. So Furters takes a 2-1 lead in the best of 5 series. We'll leave that up for a hot second. So that'll give Xul Gin Distillery an option for first pick or map pick on game 4. And there's the lobby already. So let's move on over to here, and we're going to show Furters going up 2-1. Winner of game 3 was blue. And oh no, Xul Gin Distillery is going to pick Tomb of the Spider Queen, it looks like. Alright, so yeah, Furters has first pick, it looks like, so that means Xul Gin Distillery picked the map. So they picked Tomb of the Spider Queen. Woo! It was quick. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump on into draft for game 4. This best of 5 semi-final matchup. Furters taking on Xul Gin Distillery. Furters up 2-1 right now. Oh, ruh-roh. Donut bunny. Oh, okay. Well, I think things changed. So I do believe Team 2 has first pick, so that means... So that does mean Furters did pick Tomb of the Spider Queen this time. Okay. I think everybody was just ready to go. Oh, and done. Okay. So first pick's going to go to Xul Gin Distillery, which means Furters pick Tomb of the Spider Queen. Rainer's going to get banned out. Get rid of that. Don't want to deal with it. Tychus banned again. So it seems like for these teams having the first pick changes things out a little bit. Rainer Xul Gin getting banned out. Tychus Tassadar this time though, so Tassadar is a new one. I don't remember what the other ban was last time, but it wasn't a Tassadar that I remember. In fact, I remember Tassadar getting played. Falstad, first pick. Yep. Xul Gin Distillery. I think Xul Gin Distillery used that Falstad really, really well. Was able to do that really, really well. So good macro on the Falstad this time, and the Gust is really, really strong. Like, really strong. Jobana. And Rexar again. So Rexar gave him a lot of trouble last time too. Last game. I think it's not going to be as bad this time because there's no real point to control, but the bear can do a lot of delaying bottom without Rexar. Yeah, if we get Rexar bear and Rexar just bottom, I think that's going to be kind of tough to turn in bottom. So maybe that's the plan. Byproducts, yum. I swear if we get Spooternaz on Tomb, oh maybe. I'm here for the Blaze pick. Everybody who needs a Blaze. Oops. Kael'thas band. I like that band. Kael'thas I think is really strong on this map. Wave clear is just insane. And if you get ahead in wave clear on this map, you have an opportunity to kind of dictate the pace of the game. So you can take your camp first, you can get turn-ins better, you can do rotation delays against the other team pretty easily. I'm a little late to the party. Has Xul Gin been banned every game? No. It got banned in game 2, and now get banned again in game 4. White main respect ban right there. That was hard for them to deal with. Honestly, if you see the white main ult come out, you just need to run away and try and re-engage. Like, I count it as disengaged, to be honest with you. Malthal and Deckard coming out. This time for the side of Frank's Furters. We'll see what the last two picks are on the side of Xul Gin Distillery. Should be a mage and offlane, right? So Dahaka probably. Dahaka's a good pick into this again. Leoric, that was the pick this time into the Malthal. Chromie's really strong on this map too, so that's the mage pick that they go with. That should provide a lot of cover for delaying objectives safely. No Joe Blaze again. Storm Sword, you are sad, I know. Nimsy is Stooky, yay. I know Hakalele is also disappointed about no Blaze. Phoenix coming up in the last pick there. Love me some Deckard plays, so they're definitely coming up. So here we go, jumping into Game 4, Division C matchup semifinal. Frank's Furters going up against Xul Gin Distillery, number 2 and number 3 seed. It's been a hoot so far. And here we go. We like to watch from the moon, as Conflicted said. On the left side, blue side, Frank's Furters. Coming into Game 4, we got Indecisive on Deckard, Boggs on the Phoenix, Dallying Pig on the Johanna, DJ Coldcuts on the Rexar and the Bear, and Magic Master this time on the Malthal. On the right side, red side, we got Xul Gin Distillery, Nutcracker on the Leoric, Lead on the Stooky Dookie, Befresh on the Falstad, Ankle Shot on the Chromie, and Wit bringing in that Muradin again. I think using the Muradin this time to help peel the team from the rest of them is going to be necessary. So this is going to be a big problem right there. But that Bear can die a lot if he's going to do it that way, you know? Especially late game. And we're going to flop over to chat so we can talk to you guys. I don't know what Frank's Furters is cooking. Well, Phoenix is pretty cooked there. So first blood coming out on the side of Xul Gin Distillery. Top is going to crash, and so just a little bit of an XP lead because of that. And it doesn't look like they miss anything top. So that is fortunate. Middle is going to be contested, and Silence is going to come down. Stukov and Johanna on this map is going to be really rough for Frank's Furters to deal with. And Top's going to crash in as Phoenix is going to come back, and the 4-mans are going to start rotating. Chromie is going to get a lot of opportunity. A lot of opportunity to keep vision and stuff like that. Like, there is a lot that's going to happen. Hard camps have been up for 30 seconds. Neither team has been moving. This is the way Mars sees Hots on Earth. I don't know about Mars, but Lead is going down low. Wit has to do a bit of peeling, but Phoenix does take a bit of damage, and Wit is still really, really low. Might actually go down here. Ooh! Oh, it tries to get the AoE auto. That was a really good play by Boggs, but Murden able to dodge that. Soak right now is going to be in favor of... Ooh, that's close. Going to be in favor of Frank's Furters. Xul Gin Distillery just needs to catch up a little bit, but 4 is going to be caught by both teams as 2 go bottom, and camp is going to be taken by Xul Gin Distillery bottom, so that's good. Look at those matching mounts. I agree. Synergy is wise. Ron, you should learn something here. Synergizing is important. Hard camp's going to be opted for by Xul Gin Distillery. So camp discipline a little bit better on the side of Xul Gin Distillery as Frank's Furters are trying to get back into the groove here. When it comes to wave clear, I mean, Phoenix is okay, but it looks like it's kind of like a hyper carry Phoenix comp right now from the side of Frank's Furters. Dowling Pig is taking a ton of damage, has to blow Unstoppable just to make sure that they get out. And Experience Lead is going to go back to Xul Gin Distillery, and Mouthdale getting chased down by the Murden. Ruby's come out for that. And Turnin's going to come in. That's 43 gems on the side of Xul Gin Distillery. 49 gems currently on the side of Frank's Furters. So we'll see who gets a turn in first. It looks like both teams are potentially going for it. So Turnin is going on bottom right now for blue team. Phoenix does end up getting it in there, but Phoenix is going to go down for that. Root comes out on the Murden, but Murden doesn't really care. Leoric is taking a bit of damage. Murden is really, really low. Does he have a jump? Yes, he does. Does he have any heals? No, he does not. Mouthdale goes down. So 1 for 1. Phoenix for tank. And they are chasing really, really hard. But that's not going to do them any good as Red is going to turn in, but Fresh able to get 11 gems in. Turn-in is going to come down for blue team, though. 13 gems goes in. And Red gets the turn-in first. And Mouthdale almost goes down for it as the delay tries to come out top. This is the way it starts. Alright, red team gets the first turn in. They're going to head bottom, it seems. And they're going to jump on the Rexar. Rexar not paying attention, I don't think. And goes down quickly. Deleted. And Deckard is also going to go down. Johanna popping Unstoppable to make sure she gets out, but no mana left over. Shield is a little bit low, and Wit's going to jump in on the Phoenix and then just walk right back out. Chromie has yet to pick a 10. Sands. Wit takes a ton of damage from that tower. Gonna have to third wind a little bit, but bottom is pressured. Interesting call on the lanes. I always think that top lane is probably prio, and then middle lane is next, and bottom lane is last. Bottom lane on Tomb of the Spider Queen from core to core, like if you notice, the core's at the top of the map, so like coming through the bottom is the longest wave that you can take to the core on this map. So this is the longest path that you can take along the bottom here. Plus boss is top lane, so that's why it makes it prio. Middle lane is next prio because it's next to the boss lane, or so I've been told. Bottom is good to take advantage on. And maybe they were just trying to apply pressure to that because they knew that middle was going to go down. So they're looking for a fight, but Fresh is a little bit low, but Phoenix is in a bit of an awkward position. Rubies comes out. Both teams are going to reset, it looks like, as Falstad is going to take a little bit of damage. But 10s are going to come out. It's going to be Gust, Avatar, Slowing Sands we knew about, but Entomb and Flailing Swipe. So I wonder if we see the Flailing Swipe Entomb combo for Xul Gin. That should be fun to watch. We'll see how it goes. Finds the Phoenix, interrupts, and that's probably a kill. That was a good gank. Bottom's getting taken by Befresh. Malthael knows it now, though, so this is a problem. I don't think a Falstad beats a Malthael. Unless the Malthael comes into a tower. And also has to now face off against the rest of the team. So loses 16 gems in the process as the rest of the team is going to hit bottom again. And finish off this fort. Rexar gets hit, silence comes down, and that is another dead Rexar. Deckard has yet to pick an ult. So Blue Web Weavers are called down. And top wall is going to go down. They don't get bottom keep or fort. And middle wall is going to go down. So overall, not great. Not terrible either, I suppose. Phoenix in a very bad spot. And flails the rest of his team away as he is now trying to run. And Shield's going to come out on the Stukov. Decker Triangle going to also come out on the Stukov, but a 3v2. Now 4v2. Coming down bottom to try and face off against the tank and the healer. Leoric getting a lot of value top. Malthael now just double soaking against the Leoric. Three bottom still for the Xul Gin Distillery. Hard camp getting opted for by the Falstad again, so this is going to get taken. A bit of camp discipline again for Xul Gin Distillery as 13 is going to be hit first by them. They're up by a level and a half, so they are ahead. And they do have another turn in. 15 gems away for Frank's Furters for that. So double camp taken. That's going to be pressure bottom and middle that Frank's Furters is going to have to deal with. Chromie in a very terrible spot right now. That's going to be a shield into her too, so. Flail comes out. Doesn't really do anything to Johanna, but the rest of the team's not there, so. Chromie walks out somehow. Crazy peel. Oh, the bear almost dies. Not quite, though. Red team does get a turn in, and top is going to crash a little bit, too, so. Entomb, Leoric's looking for an Entomb right now. Murden way ahead of his team currently. But this is a good spot to be in. This is a fight time. Yep, there's the Phoenix. Gonna be able to port out though. Rexar, oh, the Entomb comes out, and the Phoenix is not gonna be able to teleport out of that. Stun comes out, stops the Phoenix ult, and the Phoenix is gonna die. The bear is also gonna die. Not the bear, not like that, guys. Jeez. Led taking a bit of damage, but Johanna in a bit of trouble. And the silence, the Stukov silence is just... Deckard also goes down to the Falstad middle here. Malthael top currently just trying to catch Soak right now. 16's going to come down as Rexar falls. The first keep's going to go down. Stukov coming in to heal as Malthael does try and get a kill. Oh, and the Leoric definitely does get low, but doesn't die. The timers are, I think, are a little too low to be doing core, but double keep seems reasonable. Murden's like, let's go. Sorry, wrong button. 16 is obtained for Xul Gin Distillery, and they have a massive structure lead right now. Here comes the turn in from red team. Johanna able to get the delay. Falstad gets 22 gems turned in though, so 20 more gems, and that is a huge, huge, huge blessed shield. Gus comes out. Johanna still in the back line. Phoenix is just having a heyday right now. Entomb comes out and actually does so much peeling. Phoenix had to actually teleport, and the silence comes out, and this is now a big problem. Phoenix is going to go down. Leoric in the back here against the Malthael. Johanna's going to go down next. Oh, Johanna gets a ton of rubies, gets almost all her health back, and then again, just the health bars are just melting. Alright, get your turn in and start pushing. Boss is also going to be an option for them. So 18 gems are going to get turned in by the Murd, and there's going to be somebody needs to get 2 more. There it is. Bottom is pressuring. Middle has a bunch of pressure going down. You got odd widescreen issues, so we all get super wide view. Is this 21.9 squished into 16.9? I think it is. Sorry about that, guys. We're a little bit squishy. Alright, top goes down. Rip. Alright. This is a big defense here, but honestly, Xul Gin Distillery just wants to keep Furters here for as long as possible. Malthael does take that stun. I'm surprised Malthael doesn't get caught. Nobody gets into the Entomb, but team is split as Phoenix does take so much damage, and Murden is like, you're mine. Wit taking a ton of damage from tower, minus 20 armor right now. There's not much they can do. Sleep comes out. Murden is just taking tons of damage. It might die here. But core goes down to the boss, and that's a GG. And game 4 goes over to Xul Gin Distillery. Well, that's pretty good. That was a quick one, too. So 14 minutes. Stukov, 55k healing, did really well. Nutcracker, top in the charts again on Siege and XP again. Falstad doing a ton of damage. Chromie not far behind. Malthael also not far behind. Murden also not far behind. And Stukov not far behind. I'll be honest with you. This was a hard one for Phoenix to try and hyper carry too. If Phoenix got caught, like that was kind of it. So, and I don't feel like Phoenix was able to just stand there and do that. So I think that's what happened there. There's your talents. Such a quick game. We didn't even make it to level 16 on both sides. It was just kind of a snowball. So that'll be game 4. Let's go ahead and let's update. So we're tied 2-2. We're going to go to game 5. Go in the distance. Let me change this really quick. Let me update. Winner game 4. That's not what I wanted. Well, winner of game 4 was red team. Alright, so that means first pick map pick's going to go over to Frank's Furters. And it seems that the team that picks first pick has been winning, so we'll see how it goes. Oh man, and we are going to jump in lobby really quick. There are no breaks to be had. I might take a quick 30 seconds while you guys watch draft, but it's going to be Cursed Hollow. For game 5, it's going to be Cursed Hollow, and it is going to be first pick Frank's Furters, which means Xul Gin Distillery picks game 5 Cursed Hollow map. Alright guys, get hyped for game 5. I think I actually have a hot second, so I'll be right back.
Cursed Hollow.
Way for the bad guy.
Alrighty, I am fully back. Sorry about that. We are jumping into game 5. Xul Gin Distillery taking on Frank's Furters. Frank's Furters getting first pick. Xul Gin, that has been banned out a couple of times. I'm guessing we're going to find out why, but the Johanna in response. And I love the Dahaka pick. White main picked up. So white main Xul Gin. I'm currently concerned about wave clear for Frank's Furters on this one. Right now wave clear for Xul Gin Distillery is a little bit stronger. There is the Malthael. So that changes things in the offlane. Malthael versus Dahaka. I know we've gone up against that a couple of times, so that's a thing. Final ban for the series for Xul Gin Distillery. ETC. That's a pretty decent one. So Tychus, Dukov, and Tassadar banned out for Frank's Furters. Falstad, Raynor, and ETC banned out. I'm wondering why the Falstad, because I don't think they take the. I don't think Frank's Furters takes Falstad first if they have the Xul Gin up like that, or the white main for that matter in this instance. So I'm wondering if not banning that would have maybe allowed the opportunity for Xul Gin Distillery to take it. Kael'Thas Hanzo. Yeah, if you hit an empowered E on the Kael'Thas, like you get a big stun, lasts a second and a half, which is a long time for a stun. In my opinion, it's like 1,000 years. The Hanzo can... I wonder if the Hanzo's going to go first, I guess, stun ult or not. And then I'm wondering if he goes the moving dragon ult. You know, do you pair that with the Kael'Thas like that? It would be pretty good, like especially if Johanna's going to do Blessed Shield again. But Wit gets it this time. Anubarak and Rexar picked up on the side of Frank's Furters, and Brightwing picked up. That's been a ban or two against Xul Gin Distillery. So both teams getting a couple of their comfort picks that have been banned out a couple of times. So I'm interested to see how this changes things, because these two comps are a little bit different than what these teams have been normally running when they get their first pick stuff. So Xul Gin Distillery trying to change it up, maybe get that win. We'll see how this goes. Game 5. I wonder if maybe we can make this smaller and move it down to maybe here. Give me a second. And that way we don't block. Alright. There we go. That way we don't block the whole percentage bar of the core. Alright, game 5, everybody. We're going to introduce, for the last time here, Frank's Furters on the left side, blue side, Boggs on Xul Gin, Dalling Pig on the Anubarak, Magic Master on the Malthael, DJ Cold Cuts on the Rexar, Indecisive on the white main. That is Frank's Furters. Give it up. And on the right side, red team, for the last time, Xul Gin Distillery, Nutcracker on the Dahaka, Wit on the Johanna, Befresh on the Hanzo, Lead on Brightwing, and Ankle Shot on the KT. Kael'Thas, one of my favorites, by the way. Let's go ahead and check some nonsense. Alright, Mana Addict for Kael'Thas, no Convection this time. Scatter on Hanzo already has 4 stacks on his first W used. Well played. Another opportunity right here, gets another 2 stacks on it. And Dahaka is going to go ahead and move top and start soaking up here. Middle's going to be contested with the 3-man versus 3-man, I believe. Hanzo's going to try and stack off of these teams. And bottom is going to be a Kael'Thas versus a Rexar. This is going to be an interesting go. Middle getting kind of pushed out. Camps are up, and Frank's Furters are opting into starting their camps right now. Well played. Here for a good time. Let's go both. Well said. Malthael going to have a lot of success against Dahaka, especially in the beginning of the game too. Dahaka's going to scale a little bit, but like right now, Malthael just... It's going to be hard for the Dahaka. Yeah, that's a good grab. That's a lot of damage onto that Malthael, so that's what's going to have to happen. The Kael'Thas is in a lot of danger. He's not going to be able to lane against this Rexar. This is one of those times where you're probably just going to have to sit and wait at your gate to soak. Otherwise, this camp could also be worked on too after you clear the next wave. It's going to be harder for him. I'd say in this kind of situation you want to Sylvanas over a Kael'Thas. You can get the same type of wave clear, but then you have the sustained in the lane, and you have something you can go up against a Rexar with potentially on a Sylvanas, because then you're just doing damage to a bear. All right, hard camp taken by both teams. Both camps out by Frank's Furters currently, so both camps are actually going to be cleared before the objective spawns, which is right now. So in 30 seconds, the first objective is going to come up, and white main shows ankle shot, taking a ton of damage there. But they don't invade. They probably would have gotten away with that if the Xul Gin and white main walked in, but I think they got scared. Kael'thas a little bit low there, though. And the gank almost tries to come out onto mid lane with the Brightwing. Brightwing able to just kind of walk away. And we're scaling. So Whitemane starts to cap, and I don't know if Dahak is going to be able to do anything about this. Wow. Gets the bump at the last minute. And that's Subdue right there. Let's go. Dowling Pig takes a ton of damage. Dahak in the back gets a Brightwing on Malthael, gets a Poly on Malthael. Hanzo's going to go down, though, and that's a ton of damage out. And that is a quick into a 4v5 currently. And Malthael's going to go ahead and chase down this Brightwing and this Kael'thas. But going to end that chase. Not necessarily the worst thing that's going to happen. They do get a bunch of pressure bottom currently, so there's going to be a ton of damage that comes out here. They might actually get a tower or two out of this. That's really, really good. So not the end of the world. But they did need to win that objective on their side. Malthael is going to go down, so Furters losing their offlaner to Kael'thas and Brightwing. The Brightwing poly is just absolutely crazy. Hanzo's still at 6 stacks, unfortunately. I think it's hard to stack on this map, and especially if you don't get an opportunity to kind of sit there and fight, which they did not get to during that last objective. It's hard to, acquire stacks. GG Subdue quest? Yeah, no kidding. Subdue's going to be a big problem. Brightwing gets dove. Doesn't really have any escapes right now until 10 at least. Going to take another stun, but she's going to survive, and she's going to poly the Malthael. Malthael's going to take a ton of damage from the Kael'thas and the Hanzo. Brightwing gets stunned up again. Anubarak gets counter-stunned. And Rexar's going to be the one to cap right now as 3-man of Furters is really low. And Whitemane able to heal, but then gets polyed. And the poly comes out, but Rexar able to... Or Xul Gin, rather. It's Rexar, I'm sorry. Rexar able to sneak that objective. And the 4-man of Xul Gin Distillery still pushing, having a small advantage in XP. Dahak is just clearing top currently, trying to get 10 first. And Rexar is doing his best to soak too. So double soak's going to come out from the 4-man. That's going to cause easy right there. And are they going to rotate for this Rexar? What are they doing? They're looking at their boss. Are they going to give up objective for boss? Bottom's crashing. I don't agree with this call, but we're going to see how this plays out. Level 10 hits for Furters first. They're going to cap objective for Curse. Huh. Alright, Camp's going to be aggressively invaded over here. So they're going to have to do something about this, because this is not going to defend itself. Nor would in any way had it been there. That's going to actually kill a wall. I think Xul Gin Distillery getting out macroed there. And then they were, let's see, we're 15 seconds into Curse, so we need to definitely get some push out on. This shouldn't be happening. When you have a Curse, you should be controlling the map. I think there's too much camp macro going on right now, and it's getting very punished by Furters. Here comes here comes a very, very aggressive, and here comes Entomb, right? Oh, there's I'm sorry, not Entomb. Oh wow, did not hit the Whitemane. And Brightwing's gonna get dove on, but she's gonna be able to pour it out. That's fine. Malthael going ham, gets the Hanzo. And Whitemane able to keep the team alive at least for that. Hanzo taking a lot of Malthael damage, and that seems to be who Malthael's jumping in on. Boss is going to be started by Furters, and Johanna's actually going to go in there and start looking, but Malthael does a little bit of zoning. The Haka also kind of sharking around, but looks like the call says no. They're not letting Johanna in, so Johanna is denied access to the boss. And there's going to be 3v5 coming in here right now. Alright. 4v5, Kael'thas is top. Hanzo arrow comes out and the stun is good. Malthael in the back line and front line just absolutely running through people. The tap comes out, Brightwing gets stunned up, Hanzo gets webbed. Brightwing's going to go down. And this is an aggressive posture from Frank's Furters, but they are able to do something about it. And Boss is now pushing bottom, and keep wall is an issue. Yeah, I think that boss call top really ruined the momentum for them. Johanna pops unstoppable. Boss is going to have to be cleared. It will save the keep, but that's a win con now for Frank's Furters. Yeah, maybe too early for a win con. Alright, both camps on each side that are available are going to be taken by their sides respectively. And, you know, Xul Gin Distillery is still in it. This isn't over by any means. Your keeps are what matter. So as long as they can execute the team fights that they need to, they should be able to pull this back in and be able to do some damage. If they do win a team fight like they did the last time, they definitely need to focus structures. Oh, that was a lot of damage right there. Alright. Wit taking a lot of damage. Brightwing's going to have to pour it into the Johanna. Johanna's going to back up. Alright, goes in and has to blow unstoppable. Blows the shield. Who's the target? It's the bear. Oh, White Mane ults out. Anubarak gets stunned. Johanna really, really low. Malthael going in. Malthael doing so much damage. And now takes a ton of damage, but both teams are having a bit of trouble. Dahaka's going to go down. Top fort's going to go down the entire time too. And another fight's going to ensue as Anubarak actually comes through. And actually, I think baits the Johanna there. Web comes out on Hanzo. This is dangerous for Hanzo. Does he have a leap? I don't think he does. He just used it against Anubarak over the boss. So, alright, Anubarak is now burrowed out. So, Frank's Furter is looking at 16 here pretty quick. Hard camp's going to be taken up by Xul Gin Distillery. And 16 is going to get picked up. So, what do Xul Gin Distillery need to do when they team fight to win? I think it's kill the White Mane. Like, they have to kill the White Mane. This is dangerous. That Malthael is just watching. So, Anubarak shows, Rexar shows. They do spot everybody. Malthael looking to come into the back. The Malthael gets... Everybody gets stunned and the bear goes down. And the Malthael survives! White Mane, OP. Alright, Xul Gin not stacked yet, so not hurting as much as he could, and Johanna able to kind of do something about this. Get an objective. Oh, yep, there it is. There's the delay. Alright. Malthael moves mid, leaving stuff a little open for Xul Gin Distillery to do something. Dahaka soaking top currently. 16 still not online for Xul Gin Distillery, but they have successfully delayed this OBJ while they try and soak. Middle still an issue. They are going to end up giving, though. It is only 2 of 3, so maybe this is the best way. buying as much time as possible to take a potential 16 fight. They are only about a level behind right now, so getting a pick or two would bring them right back into this game. And it's going to be Hanzo taking care of the camp. Should secure almost 16. Dahaka's going to go ahead and do it mid. And we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at talents. So Kael'thas at 21 globes. Over 13 minutes, so kind of a rough game. Boss is going to be started. Hanzo stacked on scatter, so that's looking good. Bosses looks like it's going to be traded. This is going to work out. Oh, they don't finish it. They want to go down and contest. Oh, okay. Well, they need to get to objective, and they're going to have to face down a boss now, too, with timing. So, here it comes. Wit in trouble. Arrow out. Bog's really low. White Mane goes down. Bog's doing a ton of damage to the Hanzo, but will end up falling. Malthael jumping back in and is doing a ton of damage to everybody. And I think Malthael's going to pop off. They just do not have the health pool to get things down. Dahaka does take down the Rexar, though, and is now going to go up against an Anubarak and a Malthael, but not going to be able to do anything about it. Objective is going to get capped up by Malthael. Top keep will go down with this. Well, top keep, I'm sorry, will be damaged. Bottom keep will go down with this. There we go. Go protect top. And then it looks like Malthael and Anubarak are going to opt to push for middle. So Xul Gin Distillery does have an opportunity if they take a good team fight to finish bottom. But they need to do something really, really special if they're going to do that. And the Malthael is going to have to die. Malthael and White Mane are going to have to die together. And that was a ton of damage. And that is a ton of damage. And there's a ton of damage! Is that it? No, White Mane able to secure the heals. The ult goes out. Lots of stuff spent. Well, maybe not lots of stuff. Malthael's ult's on a very, very short cooldown. The White Mane ult on a minute cooldown. Hanzo ult on a minute cooldown. So if they are going to fight again, people are going to probably have everything back up for it. Hard camp opted for by Frank's Furters. They're looking to probably grab 20 as quick as possible. Hard camp going to be also secured for Xul Gin Distillery. Frank's Furters going to try and move into position for boss invade prior to 20. I think they're going to have to. So Johanna looking to do something about this, and here it is, here it is, here it is. The Anubarak taking so much damage, and the White Mane can't do anything about it. Malthael in the back. They look for this. Here comes the shield. Is this a shield time? I don't think they have it, but I don't think Malthael survives this either. Polly comes out, and that. Oh my God, the heals, the heals. Okay, Hanzo taking that out. Healer coming in and porting. Hanzo's super low. Bear goes down. White Mane in a lot of danger. Hanzo arrow to NA. White Mane's going to get chased down. Structures, 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 and boss. So here we go. That's one good team fight they really needed to win there. Bot is going to be an issue. Dahaka's just going to have to constantly worry about that. This needs help. So middle getting crashing, but not going to be a problem. Xul Gin will just kind of clear that. Xul Jin's still not stacked yet. Rough game. Boss is going to be taken. Minute and a half on bottom boss, but that's okay. Middle's just going to hang out, but it looks like top's going to get pushed in. Tons of healing coming out from the Bright Wing. And Dahaka's going to take this camp here. So Dahaka's going to take that camp, and then they're going to burrow in. They're going to look for a kill here. White Mane is up. Like, if they get something right now, everything's out. They don't have a healer. They just get caught out. Yeah, Malthael has returned. So the bait comes out. And there's the drag on the Rexar into the boss. There's no getting out of that. This is This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Boss pushing down top is going to potentially take a keep. If there are any more kills after keep goes down, like it's already a 5v4 without Rexar and Bear. Boss is not healthy enough to get a keep. And there's no wave available either, so I think backing out is probably the best. The Hakatung misses, so yeah, that's it right there. That's all you can do for that. Ooh. They go the fun way. Hanzo is getting chased down. Oh, and Malthel runs into the Dahaka! The White Mane ult comes out, get out of it. Kael'Thas taking so much damage. Xul Gin doing so much damage. Pops the unkillable. Nutcracker goes down on the Dahaka. Brightwing gets ported out. Woo! Alright, well, Rexar's going to come back up. Objective's going to go over. Boss is going to go over. This is going to be a problem. What do these guys do? They're going to go down for it. It's a 4v5. This is going to be hard. Oh, he caps it! They let it go! Web's out. Oh, I think he's probably going to die for that. So the Stagger Dagger is going to be real on this one, but that's okay. Unstoppable popped. Anubarak misses stun. Wit's going to walk out. Kael'Thas is in danger. Kael'Thas is getting pinged. And there's the net. Kael'Thas is going to go down. Oh, wow. Kael'Thas does go down. Boggs is really low. Brightwing's going to go down. And that might be close here. Dahaka's going to take a ton of damage, and I think Malthael's going to chase him down and wrap it up there. Boss is on core currently. Hanzo is with Johanna by himself, getting double stunned. Gets stunned? Takes a ton of damage, though. And Hanzo also taking too much damage, it looks like. 65%, 60% core, 50% right now, 40%, 30%, and that is going to do it. Frank's Furters winning game 5. GG's, well played. That was hard fought. Xul Gin Distillery had a couple of moments there where, you know, it looked like they might have been able to pull it back in. And the Malthael, I think, was a big problem at the end of the game for sure. So Malthael coming in and doing a lot. The White Mane causing a lot of problems as well. So Brightwing actually out-healing the White Mane this time, so a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and we'll update that really quick. So Frank's Furters taking the series 3-2. That was intense. Nutcracker at the top again. Never would have guessed it. Good job. That's off lane work right there. You guys want to see how it's done? That's what you look at right there. Good job. Malthael just doing everything. Hanzo trying to keep up. Kael'Thas trying to keep up. I mean, 3 members on the side of Xul Gin Distillery. And it's hard. It's hard. This Malthael didn't have a whole lot. The CC was spread a lot, so it was hard to contain this guy. So big props. That was probably a big reason they won a lot of the team fights that they did. Malthael was able to just clean up after everything was said and done. So take a look at talents here. Let's see if we can get an interview.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. How's it going?
Pretty great, pretty great. Living off the high right now. So
For sure. Well, congratulations. Here we have Frank, the Frank,
Frank's Furters.
of Frank's Furters joining us. Congratulations on a 3-2 series win. That was very back and forth. It was crazy. You're feeling the high. We're feeling it too. Take me through take me through your roller coaster, because like game 1 to game 2, like it was just back and forth. So was it the first pick that made the difference, or what was going on?
I mean, of course, I want to sit here and be like, oh, we're just a better team. And while I do, I'm not going to say that I'm not the better team. Obviously, first pick probably had something to do with it, given that first pick won every single round. So it definitely helps, but that's why you got to earn the higher seed in regular season.
So home field advantage definitely paid off for you guys. So I totally agree. Felt the same way just watching it. So it was crazy. So let's see, Alterac Pass. That was their pick, and you guys actually won that one. Is Alterac something you guys normally play?
It's not something that we have an extensive history on, for sure. But it's something that we're able to work out, at least in this instance. So.
Okay, perfect. Do you guys like Braxis? Is that one of your like go-tos because nobody else plays it? Is that a thing, or?
We try to pick it to throw people off sometimes, but it's not something that we're, not an every week kind of map.
Okay. It seems like you guys kind of like the smaller, more macro-y maps too. Do you? I think your macro is a little bit stronger, and especially in Game 5, the biggest thing, I think the biggest turnaround for them was at the almost midpoint of the game when they called a top boss, and you guys took their bottom camp and their bottom fort with no resistance or anything like that, and it put the momentum in your favor. Up until that point, like, what was going through your guys' minds? Because like you guys just had a 4-man team fight that you lost, and you're trying to come back from that. So what was the mentality?
If I'm remembering what you're talking, is this on we're talking about the 5th map, right?
Yeah, Cursed Hollow.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this is when we got the trib, like we got the curse, sorry. And then they took boss, like you said, and that was just kind of a very, not obviously I don't want to be rude, but it was a very question mark moment for me personally, because you're trading boss for curse, and it's just never the right thing to do, in my opinion. So that was kind of our thing, was just like, okay, well, they can get boss, who cares, we just take the advantage, so.
Right. I mean, top almost kind of became a win condition for them, and that boss probably helped them out a lot with that. I did also question the top call for boss, and then they went to their hard camp right after that. It allowed you guys to really open up the bottom of the map, which was where your win condition was, and put a lot of pressure on. So that was definitely well played by you guys on that part, for sure. Is Cursed Hollow? I don't think Cursed Hollow is something you guys normally pick either, if I remember all my maps right. So.
It's not the most, like, it's not our home base, but it's also, Curse is, in my opinion, like one of the most standard HOTS maps there is. So it's kind of, everybody should be comfortable there.
Right. Well, I definitely, you guys took it all the way. So, congratulations. I think that means you guys move on to the finals. If I'm not mistaken, Heavy Greg won last night. And I think that's who you guys will face off against next week for the end-all be-all Div C champs. So, what are you looking forward to in your upcoming matchup?
Just looking forward to hoisting the metaphorical trophy, of course.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, I don't have any other questions for you, so I'll give you the floor for all your shout-outs. Go ahead and tell the crowd what's up.
Of course. Just want to shout out my boys, Frankie, Franco, Franklin, and Francis, and that's going to be it for me.
GG's, well played. Thanks again. I appreciate you guys letting me cast you, and then I hope you enjoy the VOD. It's a little squishy, so don't mind that, okay?
No worries. Thank you for the cast. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too. All right. Well. Alrighty, well then. So that will, I think that'll wrap it up for this this cast and this semi-final matchup between Frank's Furters and Xul Gin Distillery. I'm not sure I can raid over to the other channel, so you guys make sure you check out Nexus Gaming Series 2, and I'm sure whoever is modding this channel will probably raid us over there too. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But thanks again, everybody, for joining us. I am Psystorm's Valira, and I am so happy I got to be here. See you guys.
Rhaegar in mid because I was too concerned on whether or not Interfox would get more stacks on Bile Drop.